iCCup YouTube. Well, we're back. This is Lokgar again.
And this is Blaqk.
Again. And we're bringing you a wonderful match from the Warp, I don't know, but we have Pega, aka Noisy Elmo, as the war boss. Actually, I don't think I've really ever seen him play orcs, so this is kind of interesting.
He still brings his trademark style to orcs, as we'll see in a little bit.
And
but yes.
Giddolo, who is a fairly high-ranked, sort of well-known Warp Spider Exarch. He's not really a tournament player, but he's pretty well-known in the leaderboards. At least I remember his name from Chaos Rising as being pretty high up there.
Yeah, I've played him a few times. He's very skilled, but he's definitely more of a laddering player.
Anyway, the map is Green Tooth Gorge, a map that Pega really loves. So without further ado, I suppose we should do a countdown. Blaqk, the count is down, my friend.
If you insist. Starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, unpause. 6, 7, 8. And interestingly enough, we see Pega completely neglecting his natural power node to the left, which is very much so not the norm for mostly anybody besides Pega, that is.
I notice Norny does this a lot too. Not necessarily skip capping it, but more so skip upgrading it, because they want to get out 2 or 3 shooters incredibly quickly, and the Warp Spider Exarch, of course, just hopping around to the opposite side of the map, going sup, and capping VPs to get a quick drain off. Both players ignoring resources pretty much.
Yeah, and this second shooter squad wasn't even going to cap. It was going straight for VPs. You see Pega going for his trademark pressure all 3 VPs to start getting a little bit of drain on its opponent that he used to do, I know, with SM in the past.
And we see him now capping. We see Giddolo also now capping. A little bit of pressure onto the natural node with the war boss, just kind of making the Guardians think twice, losing the model. Banshee's engaged with the war boss close to base, but they're just going to hide in the base turrets while Pega gen bashes with some sluggas. He really has this map order planned out, it looks like.
And the interesting thing is, especially noting the Warp Spider Exarch down in the south, his pressure right now is actually preventing Giddolo from capping really anything with his units. Like, that Warp Spider still hasn't managed to get that VP, and he's delayed.
21 VPs, and just chasing around Guardians, kind of distracting him from moving his Banshees around to cap, just giving himself some extra time to get the edge, which a lot of players don't really do too well. Yeah.
It's just this very pressure-oriented style that Giddolo's doing a good job of handling, but at the same time, it's still being very successful.
And he does now have his 3 shooters out, which is exactly what he wanted as a core. Ideally, he would have at least 1 power node to be able to get the big shooters. Banshee's also forcing off the shooter squad, and Giddolo's doing a nice little flank here, but the war boss knows what's up. He's going to come and stomp them all, and yeah, Giddolo is forced to retreat. Both players don't really have much power. Giddolo has 2 nodes and now a generator, so he's definitely ahead. He has a shuriken coming out to deal with the massive infantry and the war boss. The Warp Spider Exarch still not doing anything.
Yeah. I mean, on the plus side, he's keeping that node from being capped, and Pega's only starting to cap his first power node right now. But on the other side, I would hope that he would have been able to cap that VP in the meantime, as that shooter has had to retreat several times already this game.
Pega's doing a good job of keeping his war boss behind the wall so he can scout out and not be attacked by the shuriken, and now he's just going to go... Oh, he's aware of the generator farm now, so he's going to go harass that. Warp Spider Exarch forced to withdraw to help out, and Pega finally has 1 node upgraded. He does have 1 big shootout.
Yeah. And he's just keeping that pressure up. Those Banshees were trying to move along the north to get a decap on his natural VP, and that just was not happening. Meanwhile, we see Pega keeping the... Oh, there they go. I was going to say he was keeping those shooters on the field well, and then he had to retreat, completely killing my point.
And nice flank coming out on the shuriken. I think if he moves up a little bit, Warboss is probably going to be forced to retreat.
Yeah, nice use of aiming. What's that?
Yeah, nice use of that. So now he can't even get into a position to set up again. And now the Slug is quite a bit on retreat. But his other shooter squad is a little bit in trouble here. He's actually getting the Knob on his third shooter squad before big shooters. The Knob, of course, adds a lot of HP and zero DPS to the squad.
Yeah. That's going to let it actually melee these vanilla Guardians pretty well, which is an interesting choice, but we'll have to see how he plays it out. Also, on the power side, Pega has capped and noted 2 power points at this point and thrown down 2 generators. And he's also getting a very effective power bash off on Giddolo.
Forcing them into the building. Now he's just going to rotate around and get Hickory covered and kind of shoot around the ship. While continuing to gen bash 2 generators down. He's going to be forced to retreat those sluggers upon the shooters. Meanwhile, Banshees go around for the other shooter squad and a counter bash.
Yeah, but the boss is coming up, so he'll be fine. And Stormboy's coming out for Pega, so that'll be 5 T1 squads for him. And that's going to do
a wonderful job of just splitting up his forces, divide and conquer the map.
And second shuriken coming from Giddolo, and Angry Bits coming up on the war boss. So Pega's going to have all the tools he needs to deal with this double suppression strategy. And so it's really going to come down to micro between the 2 players to see who's going to win these larger engagements with the shurikens covering each other.
And Pega does have 3 requisition points to lose to. Stormboys jump right in, get suppressed by the Banshee, and then shuriken set up, but aiming once that suppresses the shuriken. Nice uses of that. It suppresses the Banshee squad as they go into melee. Again,
Yeah, very nice, very nice. And a second jump from the Stormboys, and really bringing that shuriken down low, but they're not going to be able to pursue that. Meanwhile, these Banshees are in huge trouble, down to 58 health with Stormboys on the retreat path. Yeah, as long as they don't do their stupid jump. Yes, yes. Oh, come on. Oh, we've got. There we go.
Oh, there goes the Banshees.
And the boss just says no.
Boss says, "Get out of my way."
And we have improved targeters up on the Warp Spider Exarch, which increases his damage by, I think, 50% as well as range. That's going to be really good at bleeding those shooter squads, of which Pega lost one.
Oh, wow, he did.
Yeah,
He did.
I didn't even see that.
It was a shooter squad. One of the big shooter squads, actually, too. It's a pretty big loss. Power plus how much of the requisitions wasted on it to reinforce it and such.
Indeed, indeed. And that may have been like a timing kill, where the upgrade finished on the Warp Spider Exarch, and he was able to pick off something that Pega wasn't looking at directly.
And, let's see here. Slugger's got buffed in the last patch if people weren't aware of that. I know some people like to just watch the cast but don't actually play the game. In Tier 2, when they get the Knob upgrade, they increase their move speed and they damage.
No, the damage came from the, they fixed a bug where suppressed shooters with the Burna upgrade wouldn't swing in melee because they had the suppression modifier affecting their melee thing. So they fixed that bug and they move faster in Tier 2.
Anyway, these sluggers are dangerously low. He does retreat them in time. 2 members, they had the burner upgrade, but they might die on retreat.
One more teleport. Oh, very nice.
Well, another gen bash is going down. Pega is Giddolo, and Relentless. Giddolo is halfway to Tier 2, however, which he really needs to put on some sort of to be able to swing the tide back in his favor, because what's our known to have a bigger AD.
That is true. That is true. And Pega is now upgrading Tier 2 as well. So despite the very, very large Tier 1 centric army, Pega is not that far behind in tech. Not unreasonably behind, especially given the number of times he's been able to gem-bass Giddolo.
I do like how aggressive he is in gen bashing. That's something that I think a lot of players now at least focus on map control as opposed to gen bashing. But in this case, Pega doesn't even care that his opponent has 2 requisition points or this 1 requisition point is uncapped. He's just going all out to prevent his enemy from teching, because really once the Eldar gets up, you're kind of screwed as orcs if he gets out a fast vehicle or something.
Yeah, and an interesting side effect is that because he's been so pressure oriented, these 3 rec points haven't been able to be harassed at all by Giddolo. And besides those banshees farting around and doing some damage to one of the generators, there hasn't really been an opportunity at all for Giddolo to do real damage to Pega's power farm. So, something to consider for all you budding players out there. Bud.
But yeah, no, Pega hasn't even really been gen bashed at all. Giddolo's forced to remake his Banshee squad because he probably knows Sluggas in tier 2 become beasts in melee, and he needs some sort of other melee counter to deal with it. Death Dread coming
Death Dread, what?
We all know how much Pega loves walkers, but I've not seen a Death Dread in forever.
Oh, I used to love them with the Mech Boys have a taste ability, but once that got nerfed.
Yeah, that was a pretty good.
Yeah.
This, Pega got one of his requisition points decapped, so he's answering by capturing another one that was previously uncapped. And now he's responding to the pressure of the Storm Boys to be able to jump in there. But,
that's going to be a bit dangerous. Yeah.
Just acting as a deterrent.
That fresh, fully upgraded Banshee squad is going to really help against the Storm Boys.
But
however,
Big Bad Death Dread comes out just as the Gen Bash starts. Really good timing on coming out with the new toys in places that are not good for his enemy.
Exactly. And he's already got Burnos and Bits up, which gives it 400 extra health and, you know, toasty flamethrowers.
Indeed, it makes it really good for gen bashing as well. Giddolo has absolutely no power up at the moment. He's really on the back foot. Pega captured one of his requisition points. Now the Warp Spider Exarch just, you know, going around trying to be annoying and capture some VPs. But really, right now, Pega has the upper hand, really. And Bang Hammer out for the War Boss. Anytime he swings, he's gonna do more damage. Buff his units, nearby units, to do more damage, which is quite useful, especially with this many units, I guess.
And this is complete economic dominance from Pega right now. Giddolo only has 1 mature rec point, while Pega has, just so many more. And they're all maturing at this time. Meanwhile, we have this Slugganob up, which gives those buffs we were talking about earlier. Although...
Really, Pega knows that Giddolo can't afford Warp Spiders, which is what he needs to deal with a Death Dread. And 1 or 2 Brightlands, it won't matter with a War Boss and Death Dread coming out at you.
Autark comes down, and if he plays it smartly, this shooter squad's dead. Yeah, you aren't running away from her.
Aw, shooter squad, no.
No.
But Death Dread revenge.
Yeah. It's interesting. Usually when you see Death Dreads nowadays, they're kind of like a fire and forget, force your opponent to get AV or punish a late tech, but he's actually kind of using it in a smart way and keeping it around and keeping it as a central part of his composition, which is very interesting to see.
And Pega being just annoying with the shooter boys going into the building so the Autark can't really do nothing to them.
Yeah. And she's just going to lie in wait, and inadvertently that ties her up for the meantime. Giddolo is finally forced to get a Bright Lance weapon team at this point, just to try and stop that Death Dread from literally walking over all of his troops.
Now he's finally getting some nice gen bashing. Oh, and the shooter boys are going to be forced to repeat for suppress. They won't be against the building unless they get really lucky, in which they did, but they lost their knob.
Yeah. And they're also dangerously low on health and have troops waiting at the door.
Oh, meanwhile, these Banshees are just so focused on getting that generator down, they took some unnecessary losses.
And Death Dread comes in to save the shooters.
Oh, yeah. There we go.
Like a
Bright Lance
boss.
is set up. These Banshees are...
Get it? Yeah. Toss that. Yeah. Love sync kills. Giddolo's been doing a superb job of just being annoying with his Warp Spider Exarch and just keeping those VPs capped and decapped. I mean, I don't really even see it fighting anymore. It's just making sure that the VP bleed is halted for the time being. And given Pega's squad losses, it's actually giving him a chance to kind of hang in this game despite the supreme economic advantage that Pega had from map control.
Yeah, and I'm really interested to see what Pega's going to do now. Is he going to tech up or just going to drops or forces a mass retreat?
Yeah.
Forces of Giddolo that were just so bunched up that this rampaging Death Dread was able to force him to retreat.
Yeah, that seemed a little bit panicky to me. I don't know. Maybe Giddolo's on tilt a little bit from that Death Dread, but he definitely could have body blocked it with some troops and tried to get a few shots off at least.
Yeah, Stormboy is jump away from the Banshees, giving the Death Dread just enough time to close the distance.
And you're now observing why this map is always a Warp Spider Exarch favorite map. Just throw the targeters on him, throw him in a building, good luck getting him out.
Well, I mean, Giddolo is just heavily trying to go to the right side of the map. This one shooting squad is just able to prevent him from doing anything. Because of the reduced damage and taking while in the building.
Yeah. And it's important to note, hey, they can't be suppressed, so they can just hang out there and deny that VP, despite the casualties they're taking.
And Bison has a way to reinforce his models. Like right now, he did it just as they were unsetting up, and now he probably clicked it, so it's starting to upgrade when it's done. He's going to get another model with a lot of damage and HP.
And it really just increases his, there it is, increases his staying power in there. He doesn't really need to do damage, he just needs to prevent Giddolo from using his forces elsewhere.
As long as his Shooter is there, Giddolo can't just pump money into the generators because he's bleeding him heavily just from being there. And then if he gets generators, Pega's going to know instantly. When Pega finds out there's generators, you don't want to be on his backside.
And take a quick look at the economy tab when you get a chance. Giddolo's rec income is only plus 245 compared to Pega's plus 345. So the combination of upkeep and map control is really playing into Pega's favor.
Pega's tier 3 now, probably just some knobs.
Yep, he's got Ard Boys on his war boss, so he's just chilling in melee, being the boss that he is.
Big stomp, and the Death Dread's probably going to go down here. But
yeah, as is the war boss.
Just did a huge bleed. He has the upper hand in resources, really, so that didn't cause too much of a problem. Giddolo was going to have a hard time reinforcing those Banshees, and Commandos actually is like knobs.
Very nice. I like this choice a lot with Giddolo's three setup teams. I mean, a Burn-a-Bomb, Love the Daka, and they're all very low from fighting the Shooters.
And look, he's just going to do it again. Oh, no, he's actually retreating this time because he lost one of his more choice.
Yeah, but anyways, they're all low HP, so a good Burn-a-Bomb plus Love the Daka, and that's squad wipe, like that. So it's a very wise choice.
Oh, is it like that? Like
it is like that.
Like that?
Yes.
Nice.
Yes. Nice.
I was actually in Walgreens today, and there's a company named Nice with an exclamation mark, and they make mac and cheese and tea, and it's literally just says Nice macaroni and cheese. I was like, oh my god, I need this.
Yes, yes.
Is it really nice? Oh, here comes the Commandos.
Ooh. Shh. The sneaky gets are coming in.
Are so close. This is one thing you don't want to do with double platforms. You want to spread them out, and now look at that. Just like Black said, there goes. That squad is in trouble, but the odd arc, oh, nice.
Oh, nice. Yes. Nice. And if they would have retreated the other way, that was a possible dead squad. Especially considering the war boss's now I'm angry charge.
Yeah, man, that was intense. Intense. Like I was saying though, when you have double setup teams, Stormboys are just annihilating these Banshees. But when you have double shurikens, you want to layer them out. That way, if one goes, Bomba Boys mistimed a little bit.
Ooh, 15 health escape. But yes, finish your point.
Oh yeah. Dang, what was I saying? Oh yeah, shurikens. You want to layer them out. You don't want them next to each other because one counter will counter them both.
Indeed, indeed. And you can see that even though Giddolo's capping up the entire VPs, he's not only losing them right now, but he's still not getting map control. So at this point, he seems to be a bit in desperation mode, which may have led to the micro mistake of not having them spaced properly. But who knows?
VPs are 278 to 89, but this cast is in HD. You can see that for yourself.
Oh, and Lokgar, what? Oh, what's this building for Pega?
Oh, what? The battle wagon? Oh, that's
Why?
not gonna do anything. Come on.
Nah.
For those who don't know, the battle wagon is the orc super unit, but it is generally considered the worst. Ooh, Bunnerbomb on his own commandos. He's gonna sacrifice them to take out a few banshees, it looks like. And there goes the squad, but the banshees are dangerously low. If he doesn't retreat them right now, he's gonna lose them, and they only get out with an Exarch, which is quite a significant loss, really.
Yeah. And I mean, I wouldn't say that was a good trade, but I would say that is a trade he could actually make at this point, assuming he would have got the squad.
And either way, the trade isn't that bad of a loss for him, even if it is considered a loss for him. He has the majority of the resource points in general. Like, that's a lot of requisition deploying the Banshee's reinforce, and now the Warp Spire Exarch is dead.
Yeah. What Pega's doing at this point is basically the orc equivalent of a 300 food push. He's just got a bunch of money, bunch of resources, bunch of economy.
300?
StarCraft reference, good sir.
Sir, you can't get 300 food in StarCraft. Watch what iCCup does.
Oh, look it up, good sir. Look it up.
No.
No? Okay.
No.
Good to know.
No.
Battle wagon is on the field, and Giddolo is rebuilding a shuriken.
I just realized, maybe you can get 300 food.
It's when you go up to 200, bank a bunch of money, and then use that money, expend your army, knowing that you have a bunch of money and economy banked, and then you rebuild, and you just keep pressing. Basically...
Okay, so instead, you should say, that's what happens when you have a decisive lead.
Well, you had already said decisive lead. Shh.
Nice. Stormboy's forced to retreat from these banshees. But, Big Pablo War Boss is here, and he's angry.
Yeah.
Oh, but there's a battle wagon.
Ooh. Defrola. And how that works is there's actually a percentage chance that any unit in front of it will die. So, he's literally just running stuff over right now.
Reminds me of Heroes, whenever I get the Sherman tanks, I'd upgrade them with the mine here, and use it and try to run over units. Sometimes you would get lucky and chop up an enemy unit into little pieces, but yeah, that's the game.
That it is, that it is.
Hopefully you learn something on how to play orcs.
Yeah, basically Pega, through his pressure-oriented style, got not only a bunch of gen bashes early, but he also prevented Giddolo from getting around the map and getting points, and that compounded into a resource advantage that turned into a map control advantage, and at that point Pega had the game won on economic terms alone.
I just noticed Giddolo has the new Eldar DLC.
Ooh, pretty. I only seem to notice it on Wraith Lords, though.
I seem to notice it mostly on units that have helmets that shouldn't have units. And the Shuriken looks kind of weird with that weird decal thing on it.
Yeah, just a tad. But, yeah, I mean, it's cool looking. As much as an Eldar thing can be cool looking.
Anyway, so that's it for us. Oh, people asking about the Dawn of War 2 daily. It might come back as a weekly thing. It's something that me and 5-Star General are in talks about, but maybe it might. We'll keep you guys updated. For all things Dawn of War 2 and StarCraft 2, you should definitely tune into iCCupTV. We are doing the Korean weeklies for StarCraft, which happen, you know, once a week, maybe. Top players from Korea battle it out for you guys to enjoy. We only cast them live. I don't think we have them on our YouTube, but, you know, watch it live. It's fun.
Mm-hmm.
Anything to add, sir? What? What? Guess not.